Live. Liam Lynch, my friend, the Marine. 3 tours, 2 tours in Iraq, 1 tour in Africa. Survived the IED explosion in a Humvee that didn't have the protection underneath, and survived a sniper round too. And has 5 licenses to grow grass and cannabis, and just a really solid stand-up guy, dear friend of mine. I'm proud to call him a dear friend of mine. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good.
Good to see you, Liam. Very proud to see you, buddy. Yeah, let's light up a fatty, brother. Oh, we got the same color lighters too, bro. We're on point.
Right. Right. You know it.
We're on point, homie. So what's new these days, my friend?
Not much. You know, just looking for new work. I get shit canned by Irmont.
Irmont?
Yeah.
Fucking shithole.
Yeah. I had like 5 different jobs up there. I did the janitor's job. I helped the building maintenance man that they had at the time, this kid Brian. He had no licenses, nothing whatsoever. Should have never been in that spot. And all he ever used to do was sub out all the work. So there's a shit ton of money going out the door where it's a maintenance man's job to do that shit. So then they had me doing it on Wednesdays.
Keep going a little, I'm sorry. But keep on.
They had me doing that on Wednesdays with him, and that's when the major jobs would happen, like changing the gasket on a 6-inch water valve, and then cleaning out the HVAC units and all the grow rooms, because the filters on there were fucking black, and you should have seen the
Imagine
nasty
that.
shit. All the nasty shit coming out of there, and you wonder why they had such a low percentage of weed, and why it just tasted funny, and it just sucked.
And they have 5, 6 years to be legal, and they still can't get it right.
Yeah, they still couldn't get it right that long, and then I go in each room, and I clean out their system, change out their filters, I clean out all the screens.
That's incredible.
And then next thing you know, boom, 20%, 21%, 22%, because the plants weren't getting right oxygen.
Exactly.
Then you got Blake who comes from Colorado, who, I don't know how he's in charge of cultivation, because when he was in Colorado, he was in charge of processing. Processing, all that is when you make the blunts and you package the weed in containers. That's what he used to do. He brought his boy Brian over, and he put his boy Brian in charge of processing. He can't even keep up with the man. He's always so fucked up out of his mind, right? And I mean, it's good to be the number 2 guy's best friend.
Yep.
To sit there and watch them scream at each other in the office, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yep.
How would you get the fuck out of here? How about you fucking fired? And boom, the next day he's there like nothing happened.
I want you to finish that by yourself. I got one here. I'll roll more. I want you to smoke that one by yourself. Keep it going, but because I didn't hear all this, so I just want to hear all too.
Yeah,
I'm sure the audience wants to hear too. Don't shop at fucking Irma. Fuck them. Hey, listen, I'm from Quincy. Irma's in Quincy. They're not from Quincy. This kid is from this area, 6178. He got fucked, and I know this guy was so nice to everyone there. One of the only reasons I went there was because he was there. That's what God's honest truth on my kids.
I used to have people wait in line to come get served by me.
I guarantee it.
The sales staff had no idea. They couldn't answer questions. So what I did was I started teaching all the kids all about the different strains.
Yep.
And explaining them. And I taught them how to do a sale. I taught them how to verbatim. Everything that came out of their mouth was something that I had created. A verbiage, a line to say, to get somebody on the hook to buy this weed. And trust me, I only sold the best out of the
that's what you were smoking.
That's what I was smoking from the store.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the shit. Right. And if I said, I like these, look, you always hear me saying a certain strain, that's the strain you want to buy. Because it's not dried out like the rest of them. When you grab the button, it turns to powder.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
It's none of that nasty shit with all, it's mostly all sticks and stems and a couple of nuggets in there.
Pesticide fucking spores, probably from the dirty fucking fan shit. You know, it's supposed to be fucking healthy cannabis when it's grown legally.
It's supposed to be a clean.
I didn't even care when it was illegal, but I'm sure we smoked a lot of fucking chemicals back
Those
then.
fucking vents hadn't been cleaned in years. So they had bacteria.
Imagine that, people. See, that's clean.
They had bacteria.
They're not giving a fuck about their product.
All that shit in there. They used to pay plumbing companies $1,400.
You have to look the other way, huh? Because plumbers have to okay, yeah.
$1,400 to change a gasket out.
I know, I'm in the real estate business. Yeah, plumbers have to okay. Yeah.
I'll do it. I turn off that 6-inch valve, put the gasket in there. They paid $1,400 a year prior. It had a consistent leak. I took it apart and fixed it. Hasn't leaked since.
Nope.
Okay? The whole fucking breathing system back there, like, go back to that soot and that nasty shit. That vent blew out all the fresh air. So it's blowing out nothing but caca on the weed. So that's why the weed was 10, 9, 12%.
That's what we were smoking in the early 80s. 10, 8.
Garbage weed.
No, we were smoking good weed, but that was good weed back in the 80s. It was 8, 10, 12%. That was Lansbutt's, fucking high stick. Anything that was good.
But nowadays, we should be able to grow high 20s,
high 20s, high 30s, and 40s, even 40s.
With all the technology.
We're going to be growing high 40s, me and them pretty soon. Definitely. That's a little thing we're going to be doing. We're going to grow strains. Larry Bird, Cam Neely strains. We'll keep going. That's for later.
All the technology that they have.
Yeah, you should be killing it.
So
we actually helped that place. You actually helped that place.
I helped that place. I started there after 2 months. I started cleaning the bathrooms, the break rooms. I started disinfecting out front. This is all before COVID and all that shit.
I remember.
The place was filthy. On the urinal, it was caked-in, nasty yellow caked-in piss on the side. You're telling me you're paying a cleaning company $3,000 a month to come in and clean.
Paying them $13 a fucking hour to do it.
Paid me garbage, right? I had to ask for a couple extra bucks.
That's chump change.
A couple extra bucks of chump change to get thrown at me. So I would clean the
That's
bathroom
Marine fucking
and disinfect everything Marine Corps style. I used to clean the bathroom 3 times in a row.
Always have a smile on his face, too.
And in the beginning, I used a steam cleaner, then the bleach, and then the bleach again on top of that. I made sure that shit was clean for our customer bathrooms and for my fellow coworkers' bathrooms. I wanted nothing but the best for people, because when people have the best, they work the best.
That's right.
And these motherfuckers just wanted to whip a whip, They hired me with 14 other people. Only 2 of us lasted out of those 14, and I lasted 2 years.
That's
2 years or so much.
That's incredible.
And all because I had I'm a disabled veteran, The VA decided to put me on a new medication. They put me on it. I felt a little weird. They gave me a week off. They said, you got a week off to situate it. I'm like, a week off to situate it. I said, all right. So I come back. Things are fine. And next thing I know, I go to walk into my lockup, and I have Blake walk up to me and go, you're fired. I go, I'm fired. I just looked at him, and I said, you know what? I'm not even arguing with you. You're a clown. You begged me to keep half the staff in the beginning. You guys used to send me to fucking Tyler cells, everybody's cells, to talk them off the ledge. We couldn't in the beginning and because they didn't have the staff to do it. How many people out back quit? At least about 7 growers quit because they couldn't stand Blake. Because they tied his way on the highway.
I know a really nice lady that left there too.
Bunch of 3 little old ladies used to work there. They couldn't stand him. That's why they quit. They retired. They said it's a nice way, but the truth was they couldn't stand this management team that had no idea what the fuck they were talking about.
He has 5 licenses, so he knows what he's talking about. He's not just talking
shit. I worked outside of the trade my entire life. Plumbing, HVAC. I have my hydraulics license, all that shit.
And you have all your cannabis licenses.
All my cannabis licenses, all that shit.
I would ask where he is, like when I go there to get weed, and they say, oh, he's out back with all the licenses. He's helping them grow and cure and all that stuff. So he was helping the business.
I just wanted to watch Irma grow into something. And the owner always used to say to me, I always work for you, no matter if it's here or at the bakery. Where were you the day I got fired? You were in your Tesla somewhere in the islands. You still haven't had the balls to call me to just talk to me. And that's the other thing. You want to talk about balls. Not one of the men up there, up in Irma, have a set of nuts.
Cowards.
And they know where I live, and I don't give a fuck about it. Because you 2 punk bitches, you'll never come down there.
Imagine that shit.
It's a shameful thing. I used to cut their hair for free for fucking 2 years straight. Cut their hair for free.
Give them
Pass them around my kids, babes, all sorts of shit. When they got passed over for their promotion, I went in the office and I got an argument with the bosses about it because it wasn't right. And I took a hit. I took a fucking write-up and a serious hit for those two faggots, and not one of them said thank you to me. Not one of them said thank you to me. And when I got fired, not one of them called me. Not one of them stopped by the house. Nobody fucking gave a shit. So it just shows you how two-faced they are up at Irvine.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, they're a phony baloney company. Oh, the customer's right. Fake it till they make it is the way that's their family motto.
Absolutely.
Fake it till you make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Irmont way. Fake it till you make it. Lie to the customer, tell them whatever they hear, and then boom, you got them on the hook and sinker. You bring in all these extra edibles that don't really work that well. They're a waste of money, and half the time I hate selling them to people. My customers knew if I sold you something, it was legit, because I did it myself.
Yeah,
I tried it, and it was good. All the other shit, these kids, half the kids up there don't even smoke weed. How's that? They're going to sit there and lie to you and tell you about this strain and that strain. Half of them don't even fucking smoke weed.
You know what that's called, right? Perpetrating a fraud.
That's a straight fraud. That's a phony.
Phony plastic
It's a company
people.
full of phonies. Blake came from fucking processing, not cultivation in Colorado. Processing, bitch.
Yeah.
Processing, bitch.
Wow.
When I see that line fuck somewhere, trust me, lay there down the line, you little scrawny shit, I'm gonna catch you slipping. I'm gonna catch your ass slipping, you and John, you motherfuckers.
That's the way it is here in friggin' 617 area code, man.
That's right. Welcome
Loyalty
to the
is
neighborhood.
royalty. Welcome to the Terradome.
I gave you my life. I worked my ass off to make that company something.
That's horrible.
When I first started there,
Shit,
nobody
guys.
did people when they walked through the door. I was one of the first people to say, hey, how's it going? How are you? And people used
Very
to
nice
ask
and
me,
courteous.
people used to ask me, how do
I
you
used to
know?
wait for you.
Yeah.
I used to
I
wait for
had
you.
people wait in line for me. Because
And they
wouldn't
could have
wanna
went
go to the
earlier.
other
They
kids.
could have went earlier, and they
Yeah,
sat my.
but
I
they know
always
the kids don't know what
sat.
they're talking about.
Yeah, I always sat waited. I always sat waited.
You know, and fucking, it's just, it's
Horrible.
wrong up there, man.
Horrible.
It's wrong. You know, to teach people how to be courteous. I had my coworkers come up to me and go, how do you get all the customers? How do you get all the customers? I would say, I agree, though. This is a different business. This is a new business. This is something a couple of years ago was illegal. So for them to walk into a store, it's illegal. In their entire life, they watched Weed Madness. And all this crazy shit was embedded in their head.
Magazine.
Yeah, all this shit was embedded in their head that it was bad. It was bad. It's not helping. And the big pharma knew about it, how it could help you,
Yep.
and you didn't have to take these.
William
fucking
Randolph
pills.
Hearst knew about it in the fucking 30s and 40s.
They knew about that shit back in the day.
They called it marijuana instead of hemp. The $1 billion crop. No, because he owned all networks, he wouldn't be a billionaire no more. Oh, black people are gonna rape your white children. Fucking Mexicans will leave Mexicans in the house. No, it's all fucking propaganda and
It's all
bullshit.
propaganda. Now they know they make money off of it. Just you wait. Next couple of years, more shit will be legal. Look at they're already looking to legalize shrooms.
They should legalize shrooms
Shrooms are
for
on the way. You can buy them now.
fucking veterans like you, like
Yeah.
microdosing to keep you guys healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's helped. I've already heard it's helped a lot of
It's a long
people with
time.
PTSD. But no,
I got
veterans I've heard.
PTSD and shit
Yeah.
like that. The
Oh, I know
weed
you
helps
do.
me. Dude.
Well, tell them why you have PTSD, brother. Well, you went through an IED in Iraq and you did
I
yours.
got a nice little plate right here. I don't know if you see it. Yeah, the little L. A nice little
I've
chop
seen it
this
already.
right here.
He almost lost his life. They said they were going to take
I
out
was
this.
going to chop that shit off. I had a nice general that I did the security force for that shipped me out to Massachusetts and took care of me.
That's
This
brains.
real fucking general. I said, we get the best doctors up here. We get some of the smartest people up
We
here.
do.
And they sent my ass up there and put me up to Fort Devens.
Pretty damn good, huh?
I did my thing, and
You don't make excuses, you know?
give you 110%. Give me an opportunity, it's 110% I'll give you.
Give me 1,000%,
No.
actually, from what I know.
And I'll give you everything. I'll give you the shit off my back. I've been through way too much shit in life. I grew up in the old neighborhood, Southie, back when it was crazy as shit. I went to kindergarten at the Shattuck Hospital. It's fucking. So I learned how to judge people off their character, not their color.
That's right.
And that's the way it always should be.
That's right.
It's your character, who you are on the inside.
Yeah, definitely ain't out of your skin. That's damn sure. Because there's plenty of fucking coward white motherfuckers out there. And there's plenty of solid fucking different color than white fucking people. I know a lot of them.
Marines, black, and ex-gangbangers, and they
definitely solid.
To change their life. Yep. And they went to Marine Corps. But you know what? I could rely on them on the left and the right and the rear.
Right.
My back.
Because they had fucking balls.
They had balls, and they were real men.
They had a spine.
They were real men, you know. Nowadays, it's trophy kids nowadays. You got to bribe them to get into the military.
What is up with that, brother?
Who knows? It's fucking just some crazy shit. You get a bonus to sign up. It's like, what?
It drives me nuts.
9/11 happened. I got out of high school. I did plumbing for about a summer, and then halfway through that summer, I ended up fucking going down to the meth field and playing up. Getting told I could only go on the Marine Corps. You know, so I was like, the hardest one? And they were like, yeah, that's the only one you can get into. And I said, cool. Down for it. You know, I'm a big man. Big kid. You know,
I'm a big kid. He's a big kid.
A big dude. I was always a big dude in the service.
He went to a friggin' bomb and a sniper rifle. Look how good he looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even judge guys. I'm just saying I train so I can tell if someone is a big, strong guy. He's a big, strong guy.
You know, I exercise help.
Nice guy, too.
Yeah.
Really nice. Very humble.
You know.
What a nice guy. Well, it's an honor to have. It's an honor to be a friend of mine. Honestly, an honor.
Same here, man.
Oh, I know it goes both ways, but I'm very grateful for what you did for our country, too. You know, people don't give our veterans enough respect, and it makes me sick.
You know, people ask me all the time, would you do it again? And I always say, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't change anything for the world. I recommend
you try to drive around that IED explosion, but that wasn't you driving, right? You were on the machine gun, so that wasn't your fault. Yeah. Probably saved your life being on the machine gun.
When I was in the tower, I got littered with shrapnel. That's why I got the piece of steel to the arm. And that steel.
But he moves on. Great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has just go function.
Massachusetts hospitals.
Amen.
The Navy just wanted to drop it off right here. And it would have been like.
Yeah, it would have cost half the money or quarter the
fraction of the money.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
With some fake ass plastic.
Because he said, send me the fucking boss, and the general, the fucker said, make it happen. Now he has his arm all these years, and he's friggin' a savage. Still. He would have still been a savage with one arm anyway. So, I'm glad he has two. But he looks great. You couldn't tell he's been through an IED explosion because no one can understand a head injury. Nobody. Like, I fell 40 feet, land on my head, fractured myself. So I can imagine.
It was 2 IEDs.
I know what I go through, I can imagine what you go through, like with that
2 IEDs, the second one took me out. Sniper round, if it was 2 rounds higher, I wouldn't be here right now. You know, it hit me right at the top of the snapping plates. If it was only 2 inches tall, I would not be here. You know,
imagine that.
I was being in the gun turret, putting down.
And I'm sure he didn't care about dying when you were older, because obviously you're not.
No, because I kept putting rounds down.
You put your line on the front. You put your life on the line.
My buddies were trapped, and I put rounds down range.
You got snipers. It don't matter how good of a fucking Marine you are, how good of a military guy you are. If you're not a sniper, these guys know, just like I would know if I tried to get in the Marine Corps, but he knows snipers will probably see 100 times when he was over there, but just didn't pull the trigger because he wasn't the target at the time. But this time he was the target, and you know, and yeah. So a couple of that's happened to my big friend Wayne. I showed you a picture of that in the tunnel picture going on the elevator. He got stabbed in the heart. He didn't die from this thing. He got stabbed in the heart, that bar down there when it was Braggett, back when it was Braggett, and it missed his heart by like a quarter of an inch. I got stabbed in the back of the leg, missed my main artery by a quarter of an inch. So why does it give inches or quarter inches or fucking millimeters?
I might die, but it's little Chinese kid down the beach when I was a kid. We used to fight down the beach, and a couple inches the right way would hit my artery.
That's right. I got it right behind there too. Right,
Yeah,
the main
right by
highway.
there.
Yeah.
There's only a
The main
couple of-
that's what they said. The main house triple next to us.
You remember growing up in the city.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy, bro.
That's what I mean. These
People have
kids
no clue.
nowadays have
80s
no
and
idea.
90s were so violent.
80s and 90s were the most violent times.
Yeah,
You know?
people were killing each other over people's sneakers. I say that all the time. I'm so blessed. Like, these kids don't gotta worry about what we. Well, I was even worried. I was just comfortable in chaos. I'm sure you are too. Comfortable in chaos. Yeah, I still thrive in it. Like, if I'm on chaos, you see what a real man's about when some bad happens, and you see people panic, you know you can never count on it. I sit there, evaluate the situation. Okay, say, okay. Hey, what do they teach you in the Marines? Quick, decisive decisions, right? That's right. You have to make the right decision within less than a second. A Boston half second, we call it. It's not a New York second, it's a Boston half
It's
second.
always running towards the danger.
Exactly. Because you know how you beat a fucking Gideon Goliath, you bully a bully. Yeah. So you fight fire with fire. So you go in there with fucking, I'm gonna take this motherfucker out. And Marines, believe it, this is what it is. They're trained killers. They know how to gut you, throw you in the water, and you sink. You don't float. Yep. So that's what they're taught to do. And Christmas time, if they're on Paris Island during Christmas, they're throwing such a thing. I was in boot camp for 4 months, so I know what they did to us. I can imagine what they did in Paris Island. I tried to go to Paris Island, they went on. But I'm sure if you were there at Christmas time, they'd say, God loves Marines, just like Full Metal Jacket in the movie. God loves Marines. You know why? Because Marines are fucking trained killers. Yeah. And God loves Marines that kill because they're killing for the right reasons. Now listen, I'm sure there's a lot of Middle East, Iraq people in every other region that you loved over there. Yeah. But the terrorists, they're on my list of rats, terrorists, pedophiles, woman, child, animal, elderly, harmless animal abusers. Those are the people that I despise the most, and cowards, because a coward dies 1,000 fucking deaths. You know what? I don't think when we die it's over anyway. I think this is only one part of the journey. If life is so glorious, like Mike Tyson said one time, in the first year, that death must be extravagant. Yeah. We don't even know when it happens anyways. That's why I say I want to die in my sleep. I want to die before my wife.
And nothing.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Be reincarnated. You never know.
I think
there's so many different religions out there that if maybe they all have some type of a truth to it.
Yeah, there's a truth to a little bit. Absolutely, I agree. There is. Are you going to read between the lines? Lines, not the lines with religion. That's lines. You got to read between the lines and figure it out. Yeah. All right, I know this for a fact, and anyone can Google check this one. I wish I had a young Jamie here that could just, hey, check this, Google this, or if I can find the fact find this. I know, I'm not exaggerating when 70%, I don't want to go over with the number. What would you say the percentages? Give me your percentage, and I'll give you my percentage. What you think? Because I think a little higher. I might be wrong. What we were just talking about. All right, you know what? We'll skip that subject because it's not that it's a bad subject. Put it down anyways. I don't want to talk about negative shit. We were talking about serious shit, life shit. We don't know about these the 80s and 90s. These guys have no idea. You have to remember all your numbers. You have contacts on the phone. Yeah. You have to remember everything. Run to a phone book, make phone calls. Then when we got beepers, and when you did have a big cellular phone, I had one. They were $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month.
And then you had a car battery.
Yeah, you had to charge. It would only last 2 hours, not even. It would be horrible. You're better off going to a payphone. Yeah. So much you would have to sell fucking a kilo of coke, 2.2 pounds of coke on a weekend in the 80s to pay for that thing and still have plenty of money left over. It was like, I broke even every time. I wasn't making no money. And I was always giving lines to friends of mine, giving coke for free. So yeah, you weren't making money. I was always spending money on my friends. If I didn't party in the 80s, 90s when I was making all that money on drugs, I would have fucking if I didn't go to prison for selling drugs, I could talk about because I went to prison for it. If I didn't go to prison, if I put it didn't spend all my friends and all myself too, obviously. But if good people are with me, if I'm feeling good, they're gonna feel good too. If I'm drinking and doing lies, they do a lot. I'm still 128. But that was back in the days, age 9. I partied like a rock star in those years, but I stopped, Liam. In 99, started my wife asked me, before she was my wife, but we were together almost 10 years. She goes, we should stop drinking. She only drank on Friday and Saturday nights with me and all our friends, but she said, maybe we shouldn't drink no more. You know, Ashley's going to be 3 soon, our firstborn Ash. So, and I went along with it. And then I bought her a ring like 3-4 months later. We set the date to get married. I should have did this 5 years prior, but I didn't miss it. Once in a while when I drove by the bar on a hot summer day, I could smell the fucking beer coming out of the bar when the doors open. I could smell the beer coming off the bar. Just the old stale beer, you smell it. And I knew my friends were in there drinking. I knew I wasn't missing nothing. And I knew all bad shit happened. Fucking selling drugs is all I ever did when I was fucking hanging at bars and shit. So anything I was doing was bad back then in the society's eyes. I was just flipping and making money and having fun with my friends and people wanted the stuff. Especially when you're drinking, you definitely want it. So I was just filling the need actually for friends, and they felt comfortable coming to me because we were friends. But that's not the life to live. I'm not promoting that lifestyle at all. I'm just saying the way I live. That's how I live.
I lived that lifestyle.
So I became a tunnel worker.
I lived that lifestyle when I was younger, and I think the only thing that kept me alive was food.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I went away to the Marine
Gave you
Corps,
more discipline.
and I grew up, you know. And it was
yeah, but we can be CEOs of our own business because of the drug deal.
Yeah.
We can make so much money than most of these huge businesses.
Make money, you know.
Yeah, to get the golden era, the 80s.
All that.
Oh, I was young, making so much money.
When you first popped the lid, you know, the 160s, the 80s, the 40s, used to crawl out of the gutter and healthy themselves and strips. Just to get money to buy groceries and shit.
And that's what I was going to say. Selling drugs, people will survive from it. You know what I mean? So it's not bad. It's not bad.
That's why I said that, you know?
I wasn't selling drugs to kill people. I was just filling their needs so they'd be happy.
Yeah. And then the people that bought them, hey, they wanted them.
Yeah, but that's true.
They were friends.
You know most of them. I
lost a lot of my friends off of drugs that I sold them.
That's what I mean.
You know?
Oh, I didn't lose. No. But I'm sure I didn't to make it hot worse.
Yeah,
when they start shooting dope and trying to spit the coke,
shooting the dope because the oxys is too expensive. And then the oxys, they put the gel tabs in the middle so they can crush.
I got that's what my doctor put me on 4230s a day.
Yeah, you'd have to
instead of fucking
And then they switched out.
I never did that shit. I heard that though.
But you can microwave.
I heard that.
They get the gel out. And then you can crack them up in half.
I ate them, and they gave me the runs. I go, Doc, opiates shouldn't give you the runs. I don't give a fuck. I said, because I was on 8 real 80s a day.
Yeah.
He goes, all right, Robert, 80s, and all Oxycontin, 80% fucking oxycodone. So I'll give you 42 30s a day. That equals out to 880s a day. Yeah. And I'll give you more breakthrough meds. You'll have, he put me on like the Laud and Super 8s. Or I forget, all kinds of shit that I could crush up and sniff with my Xanny bars and Xanny bars. He prescribed me a day and said, I got 41 months coming up off all those meds. That is the hardest thing I ever did. Coming off booze and cocaine after 20 years was nothing. Coming off those medicines, the hardest thing, harder than any street drug. Harder than any street drug. These almost 41 months coming up in August, the hardest 41 months of my life, and I've been in prison twice, 3 times. I was in juvie 4 or 5 times when I was a teenager. So I've been through the roughest places they could send you in the state, and that was the hardest thing I ever did. Raising my kids is a hard thing. Raise your kids and give them a good future. That's really hard for any man or woman to do, right? But it's the right thing to do because you have them. You got to nurture them. And you know what? Hey, I got a fucked up family myself. So
Amen.
Yeah, well, yeah, I grew up in a very dysfunctional family, but I had love and stuff with my mother. But I see my aunt and uncle who sent me and my mother here when I was born in Pitt. I was like a kid, and my dad just really moved here. So like I don't even remember moving here. That's how young I was. A little kid. I was not even 2 years old yet. But I had a mother, but she was all fucked up on drugs and alcohol. But she loved me. But and I had a really stable aunt that was a nurse, and my uncle was flew Eastern Airlines plane, so he was a pilot. He's a really good golfer. I had a lot of good friends, Italian friends around here, and they were dear friends with some other friends, dear friends of theirs, and their kid was 2 years older than me, and we were dear friends from that age on. And I had my cousins moved back here too from Pittsburgh, and but once they divorced when I was like 5 and 6, and I didn't have a father. I didn't meet my father until I was 30 years old or 32 years old, my real father, so I couldn't understand why. I was ashamed growing up with fucking just one mother.
I didn't meet my father until I was 15.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I wanted to meet a lot talk. I want to get a lot talk.
Happened? I walked up to him with open arms. He came into me punching me.
Punching you?
Yeah. He came in punching, and I went open arms. I was like, Dad. And he started punching me in the face, but I had steel remember those drink shakers? You can make my
of course I would.
My mother stole my father's, and it said TJL as initials. It was in my right hand, so he's punching me. I ended up just cracking the fucking skull with it. Of course he did. So I cracked it. It has a stitch in the front of it.
That's what he meant you. That's the first time he met you. He met a fucking. Because
he started hitting me. What the fuck you doing?
See, that's weird. I wonder what took my father. But I wanted to meet a left hook because all the rage I had from not having a father. I wanted to feel my rage, but that's fucked up. And hitting you and shit.
Yeah.
15 years old.
And then at my graduation, I'm sitting there. I go up. I get my diploma. Then we walk across the hall. I have to walk to another actual paper that they put in your envelope. And I don't know why they can't just put in this fucking envelope and they give it to you. But so I'm walking across the hall. My father grabbed me out of the line. I'm sitting there walking there talking to my friends. My father grabbed me out of the line and fucking punched me right in the face. Punched me right in the fucking face.
I can't believe the nerve of that. How can you punch your son in the face like you first met?
And I ended up fucking punching him again.
That's why I smoke cigarettes 2 times a week when I do podcasts, and it's just 2 times a week. I'm a little bit nervous. I don't say nothing, but I understand that. But that's fucked up. You're 15. And when I was 15, I was devious.
But that's why I'm about graduating high school.
He's lucky that you didn't kill him.
This was after graduating high school, so I was by that point I was a big motherfucker.
I was gonna say, I was already a drug dealer.
Yeah, I was a drug dealer.
So you understand life.
I sell bullets down DC.
You understand life.
I sell bullets down DC ballpark, where you would wrap up about 5 to 6 Polonic pins in aluminum. We used to call them bullets because they were bullets.
You know, I didn't do pills for the year 2000, so I've seen how many people they rolling and all that shit.
But I was a kid.
Oh yeah, dude, I so fucking. When I got first, I saw him right there.
My neighbor was Jonathan Curtis. He ended up hanging himself. He never sold. His little brother Ryan Curtis is my best friend.
You know the guy who wrote Boyos and something? Rick Marinick. He was a stand-on with us. He's a good guy. Yeah. He did Tiny the Cop became a bank robber and wrote that book. Yeah. He was a stand-on with us. Yeah. Good kid. Good guy. Older than us.
Yeah. There's a state trooper that used to stop the bridge and let the bank robbers through the bridge.
Way up.
And he ended up doing time in Walpole. He became an author. And he goes around to the prisons.
I was going to say, what book? That's why I asked that. What book was that?
It was the one that I think the name.
No, who wrote it? Do you know who wrote it or the name of it?
No, I'll remember the name.
All right, just let me know what you remember. Because I have brain farts all the time. I understand.
Yeah.
I have shit on the tip of my tongue and I can't spit it out. I understand, bro. That's why. Anyone know what numbers out? Like, just tell. Boyos is about his Rick Marinick's like about becoming being a cop and then becoming a bank. There was no money being a cop.
Yeah, and he would block the bridge and then let them through.
Well, yeah. Explain about Charlestown, because Charlestown was once that's where the most bank robbers and armed truck robberies come from in the whole country per capita, anywhere in the world, actually. Anywhere in the world, 1 square mile. I know a lot of towns. I know Anthony Shea.
And then after the bank robbers, they became
Eddie Reed, a lot of people.
Started robbing the farm.
Yeah, they started robbing the farm. Actually, the kid that did the movie Oxymoron.
I know.
Hey, check this out. This kid that did Oxymoron is a great movie, kid. I'll give you a shout out. Oxymoron is a great movie. They offered him 12 to 14 million for the movie Las Vegas fucking film festival. He said no. He goes back to Boston, starts getting fucked up on the things again, steals a gun out of his girl's car and goes to the fucking jail for fucking 4 years because he just got it full time. So, and he lost the rights to his own movie. So I think he sold it for like fucking $40,000. He could have got 12 million or fucking. He could have lived and then made a whole nother movie and could have lived like a champ.
Yeah.
You get 70 grand, 68 grand off $1 million in the bank every year.
Well, that sounds about right for Boston kids.
We're all fucking know the kid has talent. I mean,
everyone's talent from around here, but there's always they catch us at that wrong
a
point.
lot of people perpetrate a fraud, huh? They say they're gonna do things, they never do.
And they end up catching us in the wrong point in life, and we're doing the worst thing possible. We just end up always having to take a hit on the chin. That's why we got hard chins. That's why we can take beatings. That's why we work as hard as we work.
Don't you think that about 617 this area? Don't you think that most people in America come from there? I think so. All the Northeast area, just in general.
All weathers of the year. So
yeah.
You up on the ground.
Yeah.
Normal people don't do that.
I ran jobs like that, yeah. Oh, no, people don't do that. You're right. Oh, you're right. Well, that's crazy work. It's crazy work.
No.
But I know. But hey, most people don't go to fucking AR-15s and fucking run through fucking Iraq villages and talk to fucking all 10 different tribes and ride in fucking armored vehicles that ain't even armored. We're fucking a Tourette, fucking big machine gun, 50 caliber, fucking waiting for fucking to shoot.
They used to walk around with the 240 Go.
Oh yeah. Oh, like Jesse Ventura, I don't got time to bleed in front of them.
Yeah. So
that big one.
It's a bell fed, right?
It's the one that spins around.
No. They made that for the movie.
Yeah, but no, people still they have those. They're called what are those called? 50 calories, right?
Yeah,
but they go so fast.
They go so fast. They also shoot 7.62 rounds.
Yeah, they shoot big. I know they shoot big.
They shoot small rounds too.
Yeah, they shoot 50 rounds.
So the 240 Golf is like the M60.
Oh, okay, all right. Like a heckler and coach, you can like fold it open and shit or whatever.
You hold it like this, but it's belt fed. That's at least carrying in Vietnam.
Oh, that's right, the belt fed.
The belt fed. M60 was what the machine gun is carrying. The M60,
45. Right.
The M60 is what they used to carry in Vietnam. That was the
those are M16s.
No, those
no, before ARP. M16. No, I know what you're talking about.
And then you got the M60.
60s, yeah, 60s, I'm 60s, yeah.
And they'd have a gun and walk around. Those are the guys that had the belts crossed and all. Yeah. So I was 1,000 rounds.
Carrying the
I would have 1,000 round pound.
You better know how to shoot.
Bandolier. Right? I had 2 or 3 of those set up, hanging around. Right? So I could just pull from the next one. Right? My 8 on a blast was still Puerto Rican kid. I'd have a little one extra barrel.
Amen, dude. Thank you.
One or two extra barrels, and I always kept a thick barrel in when we're going into a hot zone. Because in that way, the hotter the barrel, the heavy barrel made the gun a little heavier.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But the heavy barrel could take down. You could shoot more rounds through it.
And it wouldn't go flying all over the place. Yeah, it's so heavy.
Plus, it wouldn't be
red. Leverage is good.
It wouldn't turn red. You know, the other barrels after you shoot like 2,000 rounds. They get hot, they get ready to go off the barrel.
So it has it to coolant in it and shit, like as a system?
So sometimes you just pump that shit off, take it off. You know, the 50 cal.
50 cal. Oh, that's my dream gun.
1,000 rounds through that.
Oh, yeah, that's my dream gun, bro. That's my dream gun.
That barrel is really, really hot. You have gloves to take it off with. A glove and a wrench, right, to crack that shit. And then, half the time, if you didn't have time to pop that shit off, and you fire down heavy rounds, guys risk their lives getting up there just to piss on the barrel, cool it down, and just so it can keep firing.
See what I mean about these freaking guys? I don't know. I'd probably be a lieutenant or something.
At the same fucking time.
I think I would have been a great Marine. They should have let me in that day. I said, dude, you have no idea. I want to be a Marine so bad. I said, no, I can't allow you. You got too many fucking violent records. I wanted to be that guy like you, Liam, you know? I wanted to come back with injuries and shit. I didn't care. I love it. I love what it stands for. You know what? I respect any freaking, even if you didn't do, you weren't, didn't do any tours. You were ready to do a tour, so that's all that matters to me. Like you were ready to go.
I look at it like this: if you sign on that dotted line,
sign your life.
You just signed your life away to you.
For
the service of the country.
Yeah, but you're still getting fucked too, though.
You still get fucked, but they
you
try
got
their best to take care of it. But those people have honor.
You do.
You gotta remember. They signed their line on a dotted line, and they wrote a will.
Right out of high school too.
Right out of high school.
A lot of them.
Before we deployed, we were told to write our last will and testament.
Yep.
And then be on to our family.
That's honor. That's honor and dedication.
Have letters ready in our rack areas, fucking for them to take to our family.
I fucking love that. Hey, bro, that's for you. It's a big bug. This is called white knuckles. That's white knuckles. No, thank you. Thank you for being such a fucking soldier for our country and coming by at the podcast. Because he was supposed to be on a couple months ago, but he, like what he told you earlier, what happened to him and his job, so that's why it got kind of fucked up. But he was willing to come a month ago. I just set up the schedule. It's just hectic. Hey, logistics in life are easy for me. Even on the biggest jobs in Massachusetts, tunnel jobs, it was easy. But this shit like setting up podcasts and shit, it's hard with the logistics.
When they fire people dirty, so they'll pretend like they're your friends and shit. I thought I was their number one guy. John told me not to worry about it if I got any trouble with him. We were sitting on the back porch together. I got in trouble because my medication that they switched at the VA made me a little loopy. That's going out.
That's
sitting there going out at the register. I never had any fuck-ups. I just zoned out for a couple.
You were always a nice person.
And I still be nice.
You were really nice.
I would get into those zones, and these men would make me go in these zones. And I told them that. They gave me a week off to try to adjust. I came back.
And you do adjust, no matter even if you can't adjust, you do.
Yeah, I was working hard.
You work around
it. And then, I ended up having a moment.
I noticed that.
And I only sleep a few hours a night. And I ended up having that fucking moment. And then I come back to go in the break area. So motherfucker had me work the whole day. And then goes, you're fired. What? Went, grabbed my shit, and walked out. He's like, you want to ride home? I said, no, not for you. And then these motherfuckers at the bus taxi, they taxed me on my vacation.
You don't want to come find me because I'll hurt you.
They taxed me on my vacation time, right? Taxed me on my fucking vacation time.
Imagine that shit. Where's the loyalty there, assholes?
Fucking, I was going through a separation with my old lady. I was homeless, and I still showed up for work every day. I was living in a veteran home, still showing up for work every day. Living in a veteran shelter.
And never had a scowl on his face, ever.
I always had a smiling face.
Yep.
First one to show up, last person to go every fucking day.
Always.
And then I asked you, hey, I've never used vacation day in the two years I've worked here. Can you just pay me my vacation time so I can have some money to put down for a down payment on my apartment? Sure, no problem. Come to find out, they turned it into a fucking loan, so they make money off of it. And they kept my last paycheck, where it would have been a decent paycheck for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that would you would have done
They
it
took
wrong.
a $300 fucking deduct for them, for their percentage of their fucking loan.
You
Minus
cocksuckers.
$300 out of my straight pay. So I ended up walking away with only a few $100s. I could barely pay my bills. My shit was about to get shut off. Good people came and helped me out, but these motherfuckers.
Yeah, the help runs out after a while. Like, what? People can only help so much,
Yeah. These people don't do shit for their people. They're grimy. They got all their bartenders, right? Every other fucking dispensary shop that people around $17. Vermont, their bartenders make $13 an hour. They start their register people. The CSAs, the people have to know the most knowledge, and have to know how to sell the product on the wall, right? They pay $15 an hour. $15 an hour. And for all those 5 different job titles that I was doing, I was only making $18.25. Can you imagine that? $18.25.
Well, that's horrible.
Horrible.
You should have at least got
Horrible.
30 bucks.
I used to be a grave digger for the city of Boston. I buried Mayor Menino. I think Menino's fucking funeral. I was one of the 4 men that lowered him into the ground. I dug his grave.
He's a great,
everything.
he's a great mayor. One of the best in Boston history.
He's the longest running mayor in Boston. I dug his fucking grave.
First Italian too, right?
Yeah.
A good guy. I like
You know, before him was Mayor White and shit. And Mayor White, I had an uncle that was his bodyguard.
Hey, was that guy Lynch, one of those guys from that's in Congress, Lynch, mayor of Southie?
No, Stephen Lynch?
Yeah. Well,
He's a senator.
yeah, I know now. I'm saying, was he ever mayor of Southie? Or mayor of Boston? I mean,
No, he's an iron worker.
no, he wasn't an iron worker. That's right. That's right. No, you're right. I remember he was an iron worker. Well, that was my businessman. He used to call their businessman and say, "We got more cars than you. I drive a Navigator, you drive a fucking low Cherokee." And they used to just have a run and joke with each other. You know what I mean? But that's what our union. We have 1,400 members, powerful. And I'll tell you, the iron workers next to Santa are the most craziest motherfuckers because they're walking on I-beams, fucking stories and stories way up above with no fucking harness either. They have the option to wear a harness all the time, but they just do it out one. They're fucking savages. But we're 500 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet on the ground. We're going miles in, solid granite and loose ground too. So that's crazy work too. I've seen people go down to the bottom and come right back up. I'll never do that work. I'll never do that work. I feel like a pussy. Don't feel like a pussy. Y'all about the freaking 1,000 person. No, they would go down the cage and come right back up. But they were scared. They'd come right back up. They go, "That's not for me, fuck no. They were scared. And I go, "Don't worry about it.
Right, yeah.
There's plenty of people that have
Plenty
done
of
the
people
same
that
thing
will
that you
come
did.
through.
You just did. You know how many people? Over at least 200 people came in and out of
Not
that hole.
everybody's built for that shit, you know?
Yeah, in and out of that hole.
I used to do shoring boxes for the gas company on emergencies. I've had water mains while I'm inside the shoring box, the whole wall breaks in and all the earth fills in. I've been buried up to my chest in sand. I've been buried inside the pits completely. Oh, God, tell me about it. Working there, you know, you got to build the box bit by bit. You know, you dig the hole around the pipes. I used to send guys inside the pipe. I was a backhoe operator. You know,
Backhoe operator.
It's crazy. Backhoe operator. I worked in the city of Boston. I worked for Mass Pipeline Services. I did Feeney. I worked for their
No Feeney, yeah.
All the telephone work in Boston. At least we get done.
No Feeney.
And I used to work for Isaac Lynch too, the shoring and rigging.
Longshoreman?
Shoring and rigging
were you,
for like,
were you doing rigging and tagging, basically rigging shit up?
yeah, rigging shit up. Like
before it gets
Yeah.
tagged? Yeah. I used to have to do both. You have to be both. You have to do rig. I wish I had a rigger. But rigging, I used to rig fucking 50,000 ton picks. It was crazy. The shit we fucking hooked up.
Oh, yeah.
We actually had use I-beams
That's what,
and put a fucking crane on top of I-beams into the ground because such heavy shit was sitting on the shafts. We had to like build the fucking crane on top of fucking I-beams, like fucking 12 on each side and in the middle, like so fucking strong. You'd have a real strong, the size of a cherry picker, but it'd be a lot stronger than that. Some cranes came on the big shaft jobs at the beginning. Once we sunk the shaft and built out the shaft, we were sort of keep parts of the TBM down one at a time. They put it together down the bottom. It's like a mini city. It's a tunnel boring machine.
yeah.
So you got to send down huge parts. And then when you're doing the work, mining, you're sending all kinds of big shit down there. So it's you do huge picks. And they used to come up with huge cranes on a fucking truck. There'd be like 3 trucks for one crane. It would look like a fucking, like 3 fucking streets, like close to a skyscraper, one of the biggest ones in America. That's how big they were. It was unbelievable the cranes they had. In Central, I mean, the tallest one I ever seen. But I worked on some huge cranes, like just rigging and tagging them. The people, the local 4 guys would run them. I would give them because they can't see down the shaft. So that's why you need a rigger and tagger that knows what the fuck they're doing.
I used to do that from when I built some of the freezer warehouses out in Raynham, Stop and Shop. I used to be the radio man for the crane driver.
It's very important, man. Communication's everything in that.
And I was only like 16 and a half, and I was running that, and the rest of the dudes are like Spanish. And I would just have them connect the walls on the base and screw it in, and then just come over with their little lift, bounce up and zip it up the rest of the way, and then go release the top. So those giant warehouses that have the elevators.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro.
So I used to build those when I was 16 and a half, and then
That's good work.
yeah, I've been working hard my entire life. I think you got to build it's like an erector set. You build it, you got the cross beam.
But humans build it, and it's real, it's not,
it's solid steel, and you got to put U-head in it, you put steel in it, and what it is you're getting in all this spare space so they can cut away a section.
A lot of I-beams and rebar, right?
Yep. Right? Constantly cranking and carrying up. They have heavy I-beams, medium I-beams, and light I-beams.
I know all about
so
that
like
work.
when we used to do the porches, there would be the 20-foot aluminum beams, and the U-heads and shit like that to take it on pressure.
The U-heads are very important in that whole system.
And then when I worked for Feeney, I did the emergency hole. So I would dig the hole and do the shoring of the hole. I would build the box and put the 8x8 with the 4x4 pounding groove, and then chainsaw it down so they could go work inside the valve nice and safe.
That's a good little gig, huh? You must have liked that job.
And this is most companies, jackhammer.
Jackhammering's fun.
Oh yeah, I've done most of it. I can tell you one thing. I've done most of the manholes in Boston. I've dug on every street.
That's a lot of manholes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, every street.
That's a lot of fucking manholes.
Dude, one job at a time, we would do a whole entire street. There'd be like 80 manholes. And we'd be.
How much is a manhole cover worth? When people used to steal, remember people?
Yeah, they just about weight. They weigh 250 pounds top. The base weighs.
Oh, they got $100, like $250.
Just check out.
But they get money.
You got to go there with a lot of them to make some money.
To make some
So
pounds,
like
right?
me, we lucked out with the copper dunks.
Oh, I used to get copper through jobs. Oh yeah.
And
So
we would set up a job site and fucking tie it up to the backbone. Like, go ahead. And have them rip out like a mile's worth of fucking copper.
I know Freddie bought houses on copper.
Dude, I used to fill up dump trucks full of copper.
We filled up a van every week, back of a van every week. Every Saturday morning, like $5 to $6 grand every Saturday morning.
Every time we worked nights, when we were done with
every Saturday morning after night.
We would go around every fucking job place, pop every manhole, go down. We'd even take the bombs. If there was just bombs down there,
it's funny, all Saturday just take a light.
Yeah. When you cut them, when they cut the
money.
bombs,
you know why? Because in the globe, it shows you weight to measures. You know what it's worth.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Copper was like $2 a piece for a pound.
You have no clue what
we would go over to Chelsea early in the morning. We'd send one driver over to Chelsea, right, with me. I would go every time.
Chelsea.
If the old timers only trusted me, they never trusted the truck driver. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, they had to trust you. You're right.
They had to trust
the big heavy guys with a big wad of money.
Yeah. Because they'd always send me my big ass.
They'd always say to me, "We gotta melt the rubber up. Yeah, we gotta take a little money up." I go, "Just go." No, I had so much. I don't cry. I know you want to fuck it, but no. After you do that a couple times, they say no. We'll give you the full amount because you're gonna be loyal. Yeah. Loyalty is royalty.
Oh, I know. Man.
I can't stress that enough to people.
No, I know that.
Am I right, brother?
Yeah, you're right.
Am I right,
there
bro?
was times I used to like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah. And then there was other times I came back, and it's like we would make in one night we would make more than our paycheck would be at the end of the week, and then that's every night we were doing that and working all day. A little paycheck from the beer company, and then we walked away with a couple thousand in our pocket. Every night from copper.
That's a pretty good.
And we would pay the detail top his money. If he would come along with us, so we'd have.
That's a good gig, bro.
Oh yeah, we would throw in like a couple thousand, and he'd shut the fuck up.
Hey, put that in your pipe and smoke it tonight. I mean this morning.
Yeah.
And then we got 2 joints, Patty's here to smoke for. We got 50 miles just left to drive, bro. That's all. And you know what? I got so upset. Not upset. I just when we were talking about young age, just being ashamed when you're a young kid will make you an angry person. Now, I wasn't angry. I have a lot of friends, and I'm very grateful. I'm blessed. I had some good friends out there, but I had a lot more. There's 60 plus that have gone way too early in life, and I wish they were here. And I'm sure you do too. I'm sure you do
too. I
too.
corner with like 30, 40 kids.
Yeah. Well, I own a corner and I park with hundreds, so I know exactly.
No, exactly.
You were deep every day.
Everybody in South would hang out together.
Deep every day.
It would be hundreds, but like.
And not only that, but you guys had a bunch of projects.
And plus we had beef.
Yeah.
Every different section of South had beef.
Yeah, every section of course you had beef too.
We'd be fighting over territory, and it had to do with the drug game.
Yep.
You know, it's
And
like,
all
okay,
had to do with
from
that,
this
you're right.
street to that street, from that street to this street,
It's all about
mine
money.
fucking territory. Everybody wants anything that comes to me.
It's all about money.
It's all about money.
It's all about the.
You know, and every once in a while, you'd have to go down Farragut Park and fucking square up with their best, and they'd send their best, and you go fight. Right, I got a funny story, right? I got a funny story.
I want
So, I'm sitting there, right? I'm fucked up. I'm going to blaze.
I'm gonna be blazing in 1 second.
Right? So I'm sitting there blazing, right? I had taken a couple corner pins the day before I did some dust. And, so
I've been dusted.
you know, so I'm just mad chill, right?
Walking on the moon.
Yeah, I'm just chilling, right? I'm mad chilling. So then next thing I know,
So
the night before, this girl, Julie, who's now a porn star, right? She blew me, right? And I used to date her. And she got all frisky and she ended up calling me again, right? So I'm like, whatever, like, give a fuck. I didn't know she was dating another kid who was one of the LNA kids, wealthy kids in Southie. You know, the Marina Bay.
Yeah, they live on the letter streets, right up there. Yeah. That's where the $1 million fucking.
Yeah, they're
triple deckers
real
are.
nice spots, right? So those are those kids, right? They go skiing,
I
they
know
go
exactly.
and shit.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about, shit like that, right? And so next thing I know, she got yelled at by him, right, the next day. And he got mad at me. So he came down with all his people from L Street, right? And I used to do an NN6. I was an NN6 kid, but that also meant I was affiliated with O Street, right? So I had O Street, NN6, and then we had M Street, which was Morty's kids, and Fraser and all them. They're all longshoremen and shit like that.
Yeah, a lot of longshoremen.
So like we were
just like a lot of town workers,
like we worked all together and we shared land, right? And so whatever there was beef, we would come and get each other, right?
Help each other, yeah, allies.
And we were allies, right? And
it's always good to have allies.
So like if one of us got jumped really fucking bad, you could roll up to every corner, you could take their best bangers. And the best bangers will get in the car or take their own car to be a convoy. Going to go back to go bang this motherfucker.
That's happened so many times.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So, anyway, so I was down the park. I'm outside in the park chilling. It's nice. So, we're just smoking a couple of blunts, you know. And the corner thing's gonna be real chill. Just relaxing. We smoked dust the day before, so like, that was a long night. You know, I was walking on clouds and shit. We saw a tricycle with three balloons and shit. We saw a whole bunch of crazy shit, man. There was a gazebo halfway across the field. I looked 1 second, it was way over there. The next minute, it was right next to my face.
Right next to you.
That's crazy.
Because you're walking on the moon.
Yeah.
I felt that. That's how I felt, walking on the moon. I'm singing the song from the police. I hold my legs no breath.
So we're sitting there, right? Next thing I know, here comes this dude, this girl's boyfriend. Right now, I have my glasses on at the time. And he's got all his boys. You know, and I looked at my boys were all a little fucked up. You know, if we're in a good mood, though, but we're always down to bang. It doesn't matter, because we'll be
It never matters. Yeah, it never matters.
I giggle and shit when I start pushing it and things like that. I was gonna big shit eating going on. So I'm happy about it. I
so love that shit too.
You know? And so plus I'm fucked up, so I ain't gonna feel shit no way. I don't give a fuck, right? I'm like, let's do this. So he's like, I wanna fight me and you. I said, for what? He goes, you slapped my girlfriend. I said, no, I didn't. He goes, she said you slapped her. That's why her face is red. Her face is red because she was fucking blowing me. I was sticking my fingers in her ass. That's why when she went home, her face is red. Right? I said, so fuck you. Right? And then he goes, what'd you just say about my girl? I Yo, dude, I gotta say it again, right? My friend's just dying laughing at this point, right?
I would be like, damn, he's trying to help you and tell you your girl's a
Yeah, I'm like,
she's not your girl no more.
yeah, so I sit there and I turn to him, and I go, so you're gonna fight me over a distrustful girl? She never even once mentioned your fucking name last night.
Woman
She
should be in
date
trouble.
you, right? I know it's not my fault, right?